recording on this. I didn't have it going. Okay, Latasha. Hello, Latasha. Glad to see you're here. I think Latasha's calling in on the phone tonight, so she can't see what's going on unless she's monitoring the screen. But this little toy right here, okay, is powered. I got this several years ago, and I can put that link right there. You can right click on that link and download it. It's a little zip file. You can unzip it. It's a great little tool. You can save the code after you put it together and then use it on one of your websites. You can build little quick down and dirty lead capture pages like this. It gives you up to 5 bullet points, and then of course at the bottom it says and much more. What's neat about this is, you know, and I try to teach people about building lists, is the link down here goes over to the List Building Aces website in the back office. If you're an upgraded member in the U.S. Home Workforce with the 100 grand a month club, the silver, platinum, or ambassador level, you'll have access to all those packages that David has put together. One of those little packages called the List Building Aces, okay, if you was to click on that, it takes you over to a sales page, okay, where they can sign in, they can sign up for a little 5-day or 90-day crash course. Actually, this is a $17 product, so you make 100% commissions on it. They can download that. There's another list building site with the List Building Aces that you can just use to collect leads, but since this is not a redirect from this page here, this actually goes to a different page. It goes over to the Robert Putty pages, which I've shown y'all before, and it's a $27 product if they buy the upsell. If they just want a squeeze page, it takes a little thought and you know, a little planning to build a squeeze page, lead capture page. So I just wanted to show you one of these toys. This is some of the toys that you can get. Last week I talked about logging into your U.S. Home Workforce with 2 instantiations, even 3. So let's do that, because there's times when you have to grab code from one section of your back office, and you'll need to just open up a tab, start another instantiation of your back office, and hello, Angie. This is my my sweetheart from the Philippines. She just logged in. It's 10 o'clock in the morning over there in Baguio on the north end of the archipelago. Glad to see you could make it. So hopefully she's not dialing in from the Philippines, because that can get expensive. So I've got 3 instantiations of U.S. Home Workforce. This way I can work on one piece of code. I can go right here. I can start a different form for my list builder subscription. I want to come over here to resources, get logged into resources, Let me log in to the 2030 site, come down here. If I need these links, I can grab this link, copy it to location, come back in here, plug it in, and then update the form, and all my leads would go to the 2030 instead of the list builder group. If I want the redirect to take them over to the to the first video, step 1, this is the link I'd put in. But because the list builder is dealing with building list, the first video wouldn't fit in the psychological bridge. So this is why I say it's got to take a little planning. So when you're building your code here, you want to make sure you put the right code into the product. Well, let's say we go over to capture pages, and we've got some of the affiliate products, and let's click on List Building Aces. Okay, this is a different splash page than what I showed you earlier. This actually takes them to another splash page if they had clicked that link on the bottom of my sitemap on that niche list builder. This is complicated. Okay, so let's say, just to start off, we get a lead in. I got a new guy that started with us back a few weeks ago, and that's not what I wanted to see. All right. We close this. All right. I'm going to get back over here. I want to show you one of the emails that I got this afternoon. Of course, I ran the test. When you get your email about a new lead, okay, it's going to come from, automatically, it's going to come from David. And you're going to have a link back here. Well, if you're new and you want to know what to say to your lead, it's right in here in the notification. So when you get a new lead in, signed up on your lead capture page, and this comes from any lead capture page. This was a test that I just sent in from the niche list builder. You still get the same default message, and this will take you over to the U.S. Home Workforce Campus video on how to earn $300 to $500 a day with U.S. Home Workforce. And it also has a link in there about signing up for the U.S. Home Workforce group on Facebook. A lot of the people that you sign up in U.S. Home Workforce don't know about the group on Facebook. Tell them. Let me close that. Okay. When you get them on the phone, when you get a lead from them, here, okay, you get a lead from somebody that's got their number in here, pick up the phone and call them, introduce yourself. I got on a 3-way call with Conrad the other day, And we did this with some of his leads. Introduce yourself to them. The way I run my ads, I have a lot of people calling in, and you know, if they don't call in or if they can't get through to me, some of them go ahead and they put their lead capture in, they put their information in, and I can call them back later. But you know, everybody was telling me last week and the week before, you know, they just needed some extra training. So what I'm going to try to do is little extra modules and try to spend about 5 or 10 minutes on each module in these videos and give them to you, and show you how to use these functions, not only just in building up your sales for, you know, my cash freebies and your back office 100 grand a month club products, but also in building your list, because this is a super powerful tool. You know, once you learn how to use a lead capture page and the back office here, a lot of people, you know, I think they look at this and say, you know, this is just, you know, it's so much. Yeah, it's powerful. I don't think you realize how powerful it is. If you're a programmer and you have a little bit of background in HTML, that would be helpful, because that's probably about the most complicated that you would ever have to learn. But first things first, when you get your people in, how do you get people to your lead capture page? You want traffic, okay? There's some things that I spoke about last week, auto pingers. And I've got a list of auto pingers that you know, I can send out to everybody and you can use them. If you're running a blog, and even you can ping some of your ads to get some backlinks and traffic, what it's going to do is just increase a little bit of SEO into the search engines. I was explaining this to one of my new guys the other day. He started placing ads. He started putting, you know, 20, 30 ads a day. He's building up speed and proficiency because a lot of this is new. And it takes time to get registered on all these classified ad sites. So when you're in the back office and you're in your resource section and you log into the dozens of pre-written sample ads and the directory of sites that you can post ads for free, you're going to take, you know, probably a little bit more time getting registered on all these sites. And it may take you a month to get all the way through this list from A to Z. That's okay. Just take it, you know, a little bit at a time. You might only be able to do 10 or 20 or 50 a day. Eventually, once you get registered into all of these sites, and yeah, some of them, they're going to be dead. Just click off and go to the next one. Once you get registered and you're cookied in to your computer, you're going to find it a lot faster. I can get in there and do about 50 an hour, go take a 10-minute break, come back and do 50 more. In the space of 4 hours, from about 4 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the morning, I can get a couple of hundred ads out, okay? And what's going to happen is these ads are going to get indexed into the search engines, and you will get people calling you from all over the country. And to prove it, I showed one of my guys, I logged on to the IP tracker online, and I took their IP and their area code and phone number, and showed them where they were coming from. And they were coming from El Cajon, California, New Jersey, and he's not even advertising there. He was just advertising on Craigslist and these free ads here, okay? A lot of these free ads, Adland Pro, Backpage, Hoobly, Gumtree. Once a day he was going in, putting a new ad into Craigslist. Thank goodness he hadn't gotten ghosted or slapped and flagged yet, but his day's coming. His day will come. We all get flagged and we all get ghosted at one time or another on Craigslist, but I tell people, do not get hung up on Craigslist. Craigslist is not the only name you see up here, folks, okay? Listen, you got all these sites up here. I'll go through these, and once I get through those, then I'll start going down this list. And then once I get through with all of this list, A to Z, I have another list with 3,200. Okay, and we will be making those available to the upgraded members. And I've got some programmers that I'm working with that are taking these lists and building an automated tool. I had one here, several years ago from, trying to think what the boy's name was. Guy's name, Gary, not Gary, Brad. He had an automated tool that would post with a pro package up to about 680 different advertising sites. But it took them a while to build it. It took them about 18 months to build the software because they had to go in and get the parameters off of each site. And then, of course, after you get logged in, you can just, plug in one ad, punch your URL in there, and then let it sit there and fly. It was worth $100 I paid for it. And I've got, I'm working with Brad right now to see if I can't get his programmers to build us one for this whole system here, so it kind of automates some of your ad placing. But right now, you got to put in the sweat equity, you got to do the work, you got to put them in one at a time. And that's not bad because you can sit here, and put in 10, 20, 30, 40 ads an hour, or just, do 1 or 2 hours work and put in 75 to 100, maybe 150, and go off and do whatever else you want to do. I get it done early in the morning because it's quiet. Phones are not ringing. The cats are not, meowing on the back porch. So it does get indexed into the search engines, and this is how people were finding my new guy after he had been, he hadn't even been placing ads but just 2 or 3 days. And he got, some new ads, so we called him up, put him on a 3-way. He's over in Miami. We had another guy up in New Jersey, and then I went and called over to El Cajon and San Diego. So it's, nice thing about Skype, if you do have Skype running and you got some time paid on it, you can call people. You can buy $10 at a time on Skype and just call them from Skype. Talk hands-free. Or you can get a Bluetooth earphone, for your cell phone and call people, talk to them hands-free. So these will get indexed into the search engines when you place these, and they'll also get aggregated into the big job boards, because this is how I found U.S. Home Workforce. Not that I was looking for a job. I've got enough on my plate now and on my desk, but I get notifications. I always like to see what's going on in the industry, and I like to see who's looking for what in the way of work. And this is how I found David Curtis and U.S. Home Workforce. And back in April the 11th of last year, and I've been with them ever since. So when you check your email, if you don't know what to say to a new lead, go watch this video. Download the U.S. Home Workforce Toolbox up here. You can get it over here at the Training Center. It's in the Quick Start section, if I'm not mistaken. If you don't have this, I'm telling you, it's a time saver. Get over here and let's see if I can't find that link for you. Watch these videos back here on the USHWF.org. This has got the different freebies levels, but what I'm looking for is specific to the Quick Start. Hey, guess who I see up here? Hello, Parita. Testimonial from Parita and Laura Thuneman. The Quick Start Guide link is in the U.S. Home Workforce it's in the U.S. Home Workforce Facebook group, so I'm not going to bother looking for it. But you know where to find it. The link's back there. Get this tool here because it's handy for getting to your MyCash freebies. It's handy for getting into your back office. If you're already logged into the back office, then this will open up a different page, and you don't have to go through and, log in 2 or 3 times. If you don't have that toolbar, then you have to run 2 or 3 instantiations to grab code from, different spots. Okay. If you want to go to the resources section, it's going to open up in a new tab for you. This way you can get started. Get to this directory of sites, how to use the phone to earn big payouts. When people call me on the phone, and some people say, well, can't you run this automated? Yeah, but you won't make as much money. If you take calls, talk to people, send them the information, by email, get their email address, have a template put together, email it to them with a link in it, and tell them, I'm sending you an email with a link in it. You need to go over there and sign up. You want to know about this, sign up, and then as soon as you sign up and submit your information, it'll take you over to the first orientation video. Watch it, follow the instructions, do what it tells you, jump over and do step 2, and then, when can I call you back? Give them an option. I've got an opening. I can call you back in about 20 minutes, or I can call you back this afternoon, which would be better for you. If they hem-haw on you, don't be afraid to tell them, that it just might not be for them. If they're not willing to sit there and watch, 9 minutes and 45 seconds on the first video, and 6.5 minutes, I think, on the second video, we're talking about 16.5 minutes. Okay. Go into your back office. This is right here. Use the phone to increase your completions, consistent each and every day. I've got a lot of people, I tell them, you know, if you're only halfway through a completion, you can't get paid. If somebody signs up under you and does their completions, guess who's getting their money? Me. Okay, so it would incentivize them to go and, you know, do the completions. And I find the 20/30 a lot easier to work with. Well, some of them want to say, well, I can promote the 30/60 because I make more money. Yeah, well, you've got to be complete in the 30/60 before you can get paid. If you're not complete in the 30 and the 60, and you're only complete in the 20 and half of a 30, then, you know, you got to get over there and complete your 60 also to promote it. Or they want to do all four. They want to do the gold. So you got to be complete on all four. Okay. I think it's every 6 months or so, you know, David will come in and run a promo. You know, if you're complete on part of your networks, you can get free greens. But you know, some people just say, well, I think I'll just wait till then. You know, I don't know if I want to put that much skin in the game. Well, you know, it's up to you. If you don't have your numbers plugged in and you don't have it complete, you know, out of sight, out of mind, a lot of people forget about what they signed up for. They're going to get called out in the purge because, you know, the system goes through a purge about once or twice a year. So make sure your numbers are plugged in. Make sure you're registered. Make sure you walk your people through. Initially, when they call you, it's like when my leads call me, I usually don't have them on the phone much more than 3 minutes, okay? And I have them off and running. I tell them check their email. I just send them some information, okay? There's another way of going about this too. I'm not going to discuss it on this particular this webinar. We'll probably cover that on a different webinar because we don't want everybody doing the same thing. It might mess up your statistics in the back office, you know, for you. So I'll have to kind of cover this with David and see if this is, you know, what we want a bunch of people doing. You start getting 200, 300, and 1,000 people on here, and you start teaching them all to do the same thing, and you teach them the wrong way. Guess what, partner? And that's what we call people down here in Texas when we don't know their name. Because guess what? you teach people the wrong way, you're going to have some big time problems in your organization. I had another group several years ago. I had over 500,000 people in my subscriber list. You teach them the wrong way, and it can turn into a massive hairball. So you want to do it right. Get their name, send them a personalized message, plug in a template. And, you know, you might have a template set up. Let me just open up another instantiation of Notepad here. I'll show you. A little slow in the uptake. Get over here. Okay. Get back over here and check email replies. Okay. And let's say, thank you for answering my ad. And I might take this whole thing right here, and I'll put together, and I don't know how many times I've sent this out, and I just told everybody, I said, you just take this, put it in your voice, change out my information, put yours in there. You can, you know, leave them, you know, give your people, your recruits and sign-ups and leads, give them your information. And then what you do is you punch up a new email in your email client. If you're online using Gmail or Yahoo, just compose a new message, type in their email address up here, okay, and give the subject and say, hi, we'll say, LaShonda, here's the information you asked about. Okay, and you've already talked to LaShonda on the phone. She's called you from one of your ads. It might be a Craigslist ad, might be a back page, it might be one of these other ads, okay? Punch in that template and read it, make sure that it's got everything right, and you say, hi. Now, when you send this to them, they're not in your lead group, okay? This is just a personal two-way email that you're sending to them because you've gotten their email address from them on the phone. You've plugged this information in. You've told them, I'm going to send you some information, okay? And when you get that, then you're going to go over and plug in that site, put in your name and email address. You're going to watch the video. It's got the instructions in the email. So it's real short, to the point. You can chop out fluff and just send them one page where they can see it on one page. You're not writing a novel. You're not writing the debates on the United States Constitution. Just, make it quick because people are busy. And then you hit send. And you've got it in the mail going to them. That way, get this back over here. So, hi, I see Latasha here. She's sharing her. Don't be shy. And I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to say don't save it. But when you send that to them and you've talked to them on the phone, you might keep a little notebook off the side on your desk and make a notation of the time and date, their name and the phone number, their email address. You'll have that in your sent folder. So anything that you send to them, you'll have it back here in your send folder, whether it's on Google Mail or Yahoo, Ymail, Hotmail, whichever email system you're using. If you're using online, same way. You can take that, open up your online email account, start a new mail, come over here, compose a new mail, a little slow on the uptake. There we go. Type in their email, give them the subject. As a matter of fact, there's a neat little function that you can use in the settings of Gmail where you can build a signature file. And you can edit the signature file back here in the settings. Click on that little gear and it'll take you over to the settings page. Come in here, and you can also give this thing some properties. Okay, so you could now the only thing that you have to do here is you have to highlight, control copy, and then paste it in so that they become live in your signature. All right, so back up here, I would I would do the same thing here. And then make sure that the link I put in is live. Come down here, save changes. So when I create a new mail, now I've got all this in Gmail, and all I have to do is just say, hi, Gary, and I want to take out any fluff. Just go in here and take the fluff out and send them this right here. So you don't need, you really don't need Outlook or Outlook Express. If you can get it down to one page, you can use a lot of automation back here. In Google, same thing with Hotmail. You can set up a signature file to populate a lot of the basic repeat information. You don't want to necessarily go in there and set a vacation message, because then if you put this into your vacation message, every time an email hits your box, it sends back an automated reply, and that doesn't always bode well for the receiver on the other end. Okay, so I'm going to sign out here, leave page, because I'm not going to be doing a draft. So you can use an email client that you have installed on your computer. You have to make sure that you set it up and log in. You have to go through the actual adding your accounts, okay, and make sure that you've got them tied in where you set your POP and your SMTP, your password, your login ID, all that stuff, okay? I prefer to use this because it's much faster. I can download all my mail from the server and have it offline, view everything offline, take my time about, making replies as necessary. So you want to get on the phone and save yourself a phone call. Give them your phone number in the ad. Have them call you. If you set up a Google free voicemail number, you can screen your calls on Google. As that rings in, the Google automated system will say, you have a call. Press 1 to accept the call, or press 2 to send it to voicemail. If you send it to voicemail, you can use the default voicemail answering system, or you can record your own voice. You can record your own message. And sometimes that helps, where you record your own message, and I'll say something like, hi, you've reached Ernest Odell, but I'm away from the phone at the moment. Please leave your name and your telephone number, and I'll give you a call right back. Thanks, bye. Whatever, okay? So getting on the phone, there's just really no way that you can automate this, number one. Number two, people want to know that they're dealing with a real person, okay? They just want to make sure that they're dealing with somebody that's real, that they can get in touch. I had a new guy that signed up because he did a search on U.S. Home Workforce, and he found my listing up the first. Okay, so I know that using these free classified sites, they work. Just because they're free doesn't mean they don't work. If these sites didn't work, we wouldn't post them up here. All right, why give you something that doesn't work? The whole object of this is giving people something to work with that actually works, that all the pieces of the puzzle are in there. Okay, you don't want to you don't want to give people something that doesn't work because they'll bail on you. This works, folks. Okay, it just takes time to get through them, but I have so many people that sign up for this and they get in and they're new. Oh, thanks, Gary. Thanks for the link. I was looking for it. So if you guys need that U.S. Home Workforce toolbar, get it. Another little tool that I told you about last week or the week before was this Add This tool. Okay, I was showing this to Gary the other day, and he got so excited I think he had to go out and run around out in the snow just to calm down. But this thing is powerful, folks. Okay, it's like they've got down here on the options more. It opens up in a window and it's got like a couple of hundred social networks. All you got to do is just go register, and they got Yahoo bookmarks. They got Zing, Zanga, Zootool, Zanatic. I guess that's for fanatics. They got Twitter. They got the Google bookmarking tool. This is powerful. If you're running blogs in the 100 grand a month club, you need to Add This. All right. Somebody says, where do I get it? Yeah, it makes life a lot easier. It makes it a lot easier on me. The only thing I miss Ping, the old Ping. The new Ping goes over to Seismic, and they took a lot of the tools out. I used to have about 24 tools. Man, I was getting about 31,000 networks. Bam! Every time I sent out a ping. Now I've got to do these manual, but that's okay. I go through Twitter, Google, and if you got a big Google Plus and a Google Buzz following, that's another thing, man. If you're using Gmail, you need to start building up some Google Plus and Google Buzz. It's not as big, granted, as Facebook. But here, it's like, okay, let me go over. I want to show you. This is, so exciting. Let me get over here to my blogs, okay? Get on one of my blogs. Hot deals on personal computers. Master List Builder webinar, 3 major reasons why you need to start an internet marketing business today. It's an informative article. It doesn't have any pitches, but it does have a lead capture form down here at the bottom of the page. Well, guess what else it has? It pops up, hey, folks. Now, let me ask you something now. Gary, you've seen this before. This is covert. Covert comes from the Latin term or the Italian word coverta. It means covered. It doesn't mean black hat, illegal, unethical. It's just like a poker player, he's going to hold his cards close to his chest. I've got a lot of people just asking me, man, how do I get started in internet marketing? Well, this is not common to U.S. Home Workforce. This is a little plug-in that I plugged in to the code. I'll be doing a separate series on this sometime for you. Just give you a little taste of it. But this is covert, okay? They put their name and their favorite email in there, and they subscribe to a little 5-day crash course newsletter. Can't remember if it's 5 days or 90 days. And then they, bam, hit subscribe, and it takes them over to another lead capture page. So let's say if I put in test from Internet Marketing Newsletter. And I'm going to send it over to test from Internet Marketing Newsletter. And I hit subscribe. All right, now let me maximize that. This is like a back-end upsell, okay? It says, thank you for subscribing. Check your email inbox for your first internet marketing made easy issue. Thank you for subscribing. Now, here's a nifty little recruiting tool. You've got them in your lead capture base. Here's another one they can sign up for. They can go directly to the 2030 or the 2040 or the 2060, 3040, 3060. And they can watch these videos and they can sign up under you. Click. Bam. All right. Now they're on your first video site. All right. Now, like I said, when get back in there, get logged back in, and go to that blog. This blog that I wrote was designed specifically, okay, and I plugged this little pop-up. Now, that's going to Online Career Center for some reason. I don't know why, but I do not have it on a rotator. And I wrote just a little article, okay, 3 major reasons why you need to start an internet marketing business. You know, you make your own rules, set your own schedule, do whatever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want. It's got a little advertising, a little plug in there. But down here, okay, it's got a place for them to add a comment. Now, what's really covert about this is that if they do sign up with their name, email, and phone number, and they put a comment in there, they're going to get plugged into one of your lead groups, whichever lead group you assign this blog to. You can assign it to the 2030, 2040, you know, 2060, 3060, whichever lead group you want to assign it to. You can assign it to another lead group that you've created, like I did for the list builders, okay? Because people are always wondering, well, how do you build an internet business? Well, if you don't have a list, it's not easy. Give them something for their email address and their name, because names and email addresses are currency. This works just about as good as a squeeze page. But, you know, this is like the Jeet Kune Do of internet marketing. You know, before they've even known what's happening to them, they've got, you know, 3 or 4 different leads and angles coming at them to get them in your list. That's what you want. You want them in your list. So once they're signed up in your list, you can give them information and educate them, because with that little newsletter system in your upgraded packages, you know, in the platinum packages and ambassador packages and the $100,000 a month packages, there's just so much that you can do with that to increase your revenue long term. Just, you know, going out there and placing ads, okay, in this directory. Just placing ads through, you know, through this free directories, these free classified ad sites. You're creating long-term traffic backlinks. And next week, I'm going to put together a little file, and I'm going to give you a link to it where you can download it and use these auto pingers and ping your blogs. This blog that I just, showed you, I'm going to close the pop-up on it. This blog right here, I use this with Add This. So if you go to addthis.com, you can get this little plug-in for this, okay? Scroll all the way to the bottom of the website, and you'll find the extensions here for your browser. If you're using Firefox, click on the Firefox browser link. It'll contact addons.mozilla.org, and it'll come up with the green button where you can download it and install it. Once it's downloaded and installed, it's just a little plug-in. It's quick. It'll close the browser and then open it back up in the same tabs that you had. And then you'll find this little thing, this little orange square with the white plus sign in it, installed into the browser address bar. Folks, I'm telling you, this is powerful stuff. Okay? You don't find this stuff everywhere, and it's also over here. So, if I'm sitting on my blog and I want to share this blog, okay? Let's say I want to share this newsletter, okay? This one here. I want to share this. Come over here. If you got a Twitter account, log in to your Twitter account. I could do a whole lesson on this, just, on this alone. Sign in. Okay. Internet marketing newsletter. Now you want to give it some hashtags. Internet, hashtag marketing. Oh, let's give it a hashtag on newsletter. What the heck? Okay. Tweet it. Gary showed me this, okay? Now, you can look at that link. Now, these are hashtags. Those are like keywords on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter account, you ought to have one. And then, it shows up on your people's, that's following you. I get a lot of followers like this, and they see my stuff, and, it takes them over to, well, here it took them over to the wrong place, okay? It should have taken them over to, there it is. Sometimes it's just a connection on the server that causes it to do that. But because that's got my link in it, they're on my Internet Marketing Made Easy, and they see the tagline and the copy. They sign up and they subscribe, and then you saw the thank you page on the subscription on the redirect. I'm telling you, folks, this is powerful. Okay, go back over here, and I want to send this to Facebook. If you're not logged into Facebook, it'll ask you to log into your account, okay? Log into your account, and from there, you can post it on your timeline. You can post it on a friend's timeline. If you do that, start typing in their name. Of course, they might not want you to post on theirs, but looky here. Look, there's Gary Bill. You can post it in a group, okay? Start the first letter of the group. We'll say Master List Builders, okay? That's one of the groups that I'm running. So you could post it there. If you wanted to post it on your page, if you have a fan page, it'll give you a drop down showing you all the pages that you manage or that you belong to. These are just some that I manage, okay? I'm not going to post that. I'm just going to cancel it. If you want to put it on Google, you want to blast this over to Google, okay? You got to log in with your Google account or one of your Google accounts. I only have about 8. Then it'll take you over to Internet Marketing Made Easy, free Internet Marketing Newsletter. I can copy that, and it's going to put in a link, and this, folks, okay, gets you plugged in to the Google search engine faster than a pack of rabid coyotes fighting over a stale bag of Cheetos. You understand me? Okay. This works. I'm telling you, you know, and they come in, they're starting to do, you know, they do searches on internet marketing. You might put in some more keywords into that. You can edit this, okay? This is powerful technology. Back in the old days, you had to, you know, put this stuff in manually and wait for several weeks. You might go and find some more keywords and put them in your notes. You might go back up here, find some keywords up here, do a Control-U, view the source, okay? Find some keywords in here. You know, see if you can't find some keywords in there. Plug them in. Go back over to you know, Internet Marketing Made Easy. How to make money working from home. Work from home jobs. Work at home jobs. Work at home. Work from home. Okay. Let's just, you know, leave it at that. We'll save it. Now it's going to change all those tags in there that'll get picked up by the search engine. And this is how I'm getting found. Okay. This is how you can get found. Download that tool, plug it in, set up some of your favorite social networks on it. In Pinterest, we'll do one on Pinterest. We can't do it all in one night. We're already running overtime, so it's not 05. But I'm telling you, folks, this is powerful stuff. This is more powerful than Michelangelo Lopez. I'm telling you, this stuff is so powerful, man. You couldn't feed me enough Red Bull and vodka to slow me down on this. Once I get my ads put in every morning, this is what I do. I ping them. I send them to Twitter. I put them on Google Bookmarks. And, you know, I have to unplug my phone. I got people calling me at 11 o'clock and midnight at night, all right? They don't even read the ad. The ad says 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, you know, and they'll still be calling me at midnight. They'll call me at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because people are looking for jobs. They're looking for, you know, work at home. Sure, there's a lot of people out there looking for work at home business, you know, business opportunities. If you're advertising on Backpage, you can't, you know, advertise, as most of you probably already found out. But Backpage is a good place to advertise. You might want to set up a campaign tracking lead, you know, to track your leads from Backpage. Otherwise, if you're not using tracking and split testing, you don't know where your leads come from. That's why they come in on your unknowns when you're in the U.S. Home Workforce back office. See, we've already logged out, didn't we? Check your leads and your stats. Yeah, Gary, he looked at this last week, and he's going crazy over my stats. But they're not as high as they used to be. That's my daily chart. They're still under 45. Campaign stats. When you don't use a tracking ID, they show up in your unknown column for today. I got 37 uniques today, 59, and 6 opt-ins. 16.2% is not bad. That's a fairly good day. 6 opt-ins. There's been days when I had 68, 10 times that. But, I've been kind of dragging my feet. But the 6 that do come in, that's, they're coming in. So I'm going to unmute everybody and give anybody a chance to say hi, good night, good morning, introduce themselves, or whatever you want to do. And I want to turn my speakers off and put my headphones back on so it'll cut down some of the background noise. But that's it for tonight. If anybody has anything to say, speak up now or forever hold your peace. Amen. If not, then I now do declare you man and wife. And I'm gonna stop this webinar, and I'll say good night to y'all. And I'm glad you showed up. Say hi to Angie over in the Philippines. She's watching and listening. And Gary and Jeff, thank you for showing up. LaShonda, Latasha, Lenora, Mel, Parita, thank you guys. Appreciate you showing up. Tell your friends. Mondays and Thursdays, we're going to put a lot of things in here. I can't put it all in 1 hour, but if you want me to do some extra besides Monday and Thursdays, let me know. I've already got tomorrow and Saturday blocked out this week, but if you need some extra training, we can do this, 2 or 3 days a week. Do it in the evening. We can do it on Saturday at noon or whatever. Just let me know. You can contact me on Facebook, on the group, and give me some feedback. Let me know what you want to see. What do you want? If I don't have it, I'll get somebody in here. I'll get one of my gurus in there with me. Willie Crawford was busy tonight. He couldn't attend because he had something going on in a different webinar tonight. So I will say goodnight to everybody. Thank you for showing up. Bye-bye.